Hello everyone, my name is Thuy, and today I want to practice skill reading because I want to study a lot of pharmacies. That reason I have tend to and I want to reading in about the law on the pharmacies. In this in this in today I want to recall myself to about the circular wand. Okay, table one I studied before and now I want to practice chapter two. Information on the drug labeled and package insert. Section one. Compulsory information on the label. Article 7 secondary a secondary package label of the drug and medicinal ingredients. The secondary package label of the drug must contain the compulsory information below. B. Dosage form. Okay. Seed and composition of the drug content, weight and concentration of the active ingredient or herbal ingredient. D. Package contents. Indications, user instructions, and contraindication. E. Registration number or import license number if any. G. Batch number, manufacturing date, expiry date, quality status, and storage condition. Precautions and recommendation: name and address of manufacturer, name and address of importer for imported drugs. 2. The secondary package labeled a medicinal ingredient including herbal ingredients, traditional ingredient, semi-finished drug and semi-finished herbal in medicine must contain the compulsory information below. Name of medicinal ingredient, weight and volume of medicinal ingredient contained in smallest package unit. Quality standard of medicinal ingredient, registration number or import licensed number, batch number, manufacturing date, expiry date, and storage condition. Name and address of manufacturer of medicinal ingredient, name and address of the importer for imported medicinal ingredients, origin of medicinal ingredients. In addition to compulsory information specified in Clause 2 of this circular, the following text must be specified on secondary label on the medicinal ingredients, which are active ingredients, herbal ingredients, or semi-finished drug containing active ingredient or herbal ingredient on the list of narcotics active ingredient, psychotropic ingredient, drug precursor, toxic medicine ingredient, toxic herbal ingredient, and radioactive medicine ingredients. Nguyên liệu gây nghiện, narcotics active ingredient, nguyên liệu hướng thần, psychotropic ingredients, nguyên liệu tiền chất làm thuốc, drug precursor, nguyên liệu độc, toxic medicinal ingredient, dược liệu độc, toxic herbal ingredients or nguyên liệu phóng xạ, radioactive medicinal ingredients. The text. Nguyên liệu gây nghiện, nguyên liệu hướng thần, nguyên liệu tiền chất làm thuốc, nguyên liệu độc, dược liệu độc, nguyên liệu phóng xạ must be practiced both tab imposed on the main side of label on which the name of the medicinal ingredient is specified. Article 8. Intermediate package label. The intermediate package label of the drug must contain the compulsory information below the drug name, batch number, expiry date. If the intermediate package of the made of transparent material through which information on the primary package label may be revealed, it is not required to have information specified in Clause 1 of this circular. Article 6. Article 9. Primary packaging label of the drug medicinal ingredients. A. The drug name. B. Composition of the drug, content, weight, concentration of active ingredient or herbal ingredients, batch number, expiry date, and name of manufacturer. Primary package label of the medicinal ingredients. If the secondary package label of the medicinal ingredient contains sufficient compulsory information as regulated in Clause 2 and Clause 3, Article 7 herein, the primary package label may be accepted, provided that the medicinal ingredients are not divided for retail. 2. If the secondary label is so small that cannot contain compulsory information as specified in Clause 1 of this circular. 7. Content compulsory information may be written as follows. A. Indication, usage, instruction, content indication, and other information. Please refer to package index. The ways to find out information about the manufacturing date, expiry date, and batch number printed on the original label must be available. Registration number or import license number may not be specified, but the information about the registration number or import license number, if any, must be specified before drugs are sold on the market. Article 11. Drug label on another cases. Traditional drug prepared according to regulation in Clause 1 and Clause 2, Article 17 of the Law on the Pharmaceutical and Drug Products, and prepared according to regulation is Clause 2 and Clause 3, Article 985 of Law on the Pharmacy must have a label containing the following compulsory information except for the case mentioned in Clause 2 of this circular. Clause 2 of this article, the primary package label of the traditional drug and prepared drug must contain the following information. The information prescribed in point A, B, C, or D, and H. Clause 1, Article 7 herein. Name of address of health facilities producing or preparing drug. The information prescribed in point A and B, C, and D, Clause 1, Article 9 herein. Name of health facility producing and preparing drug. C. If there is no secondary package, primary package label of the additional drug and prepared drug must contain sufficient compulsory information of the secondary package number as prescribed in point A, Clause 1 of the article. Drug prepared according to prescription on sold at the drugstore in the accordance with regulation in the point B, Clause 1, Article 47 in Law on the Pharmacist must have a secondary package label or primary package label containing the compulsory information below. the drug name, dosage form, active ingredient, concentration, or contents thereof. Preparation date, expiry date, storage condition, name and stress of drug story, prepared drug, name of patient, patent presenting the prescription. Traditional drug prepared according to prescription in accordance with regulation in Clause 1, Article 17 of Law on Pharmacies are accepted from labeling as prescribed in this circular, but must be have a secondary package on which full name and age of patient are specified to avoid mistake while delivering drug. Drug which have been not yet granted the certificate of registration in the Vietnam must are imported to serve the purpose to bioequivalence study, bioavailability assessment, use as specimens, or registration testing or scientific research displayed at a fair of the exhibition shall be accepted from the labeling with compulsory information described in Article 7 and Article 8 herein, but must have her original labeling unchanged and affixed with secondary label as follows. The secondary label of the drug used for bioequivalence study, bioavailability assessment, or as the specimen for testing or scientific research must have a test thuốc dùng cho mục đích nghiên cứu, drug used for research purpose. The secondary label of the drug used as the specimen for the registration must have the test thuốc làm mẫu đăng ký, drug used as registration specimens. The secondary label of the drug used for display at the fair or exhibition must have the text thuốc làm mẫu trưng bày, drugs are displays. Medicine ingredient which are active ingredient, excipient, or semi-finished drug and have been not yet granted for the certificate of registration in the Vietnam must have imported to produce drug according to registration inform document of the drug granted. The certificate of the registration in the Vietnam must have a secondary label containing compulsory information prescribed in Clause 2 and Clause 3, Article 7 herein, except for the name and address of importer. The secondary label may be accepted if the original contain all this compulsory information in other Romance language. Drug imported in accordance with regulation in point B, Clause 1, Article 68 of Decree number 54, 2017, Government Decree, shall be accepted from the labeling in the Vietnamese language as regulated herein, provided their original label must be kept unchanged. Second 2. Information on packaging inserts. The package insert of the drug must contain the compulsory information below: the drug name, precaution and recommendation, composition of the drug, dosage form, indication, uses, instruction and dose, contraindication, warnings and caution. Influence of the drug on ability to drive or operate machinery, drug interaction, and incompatibilities of adverse drug reaction, overdose, and treatment. Information about pharmacodynamics not applied to OT drone, herbal drone, and traditional drone. Information about the pharmacokinetics not applicable to OTC drone, herbal drone, and traditional drone. Package contents, storage, condition, expiry date, and quality standard. Name and address of manufacturer. Every drone sold on the market or product or prepared by the health facility and regulated in the Clause 1 Article 11 hearing must have a package insert written in the Vietnamese language, except for the following cases. Drone products in or prepared according to traditional remedies or prescription as regulated in the Clause 1 Article 17 and Clause 2 Article 65 of the law of pharmacy for use or detailed according to prescription at the health facilities. Drone prepared and detailed at the drone stores in accordance with regulation in point B, Clause 1, Article 47 in law on the pharmacy. Drone which have been not yet granted the certificate of the registration in the Vietnam but are imported to serve in the proposed bioequivalence study bioavailability assessment used as specimen for a registration testing or scientific research are displayed at the fair or exhibition. Drone imported in accordance with regulation in the point B, Clause 1, Article 68 of the Decree number 54 2017 Government Decree. OTC drone having label containing all the proposed information of the package insert as prescribed in the Article 12 hearing. Packaging insert in foreign language for the drone mentioned in the point B, Clause 1 of this circular must be kept unchanged. Okay, thank you for listening. I finished in my practice reading. Thank you for listening.